Namaste. So it's 8 o'clock. We will start our session. So we'll start from Angulam. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhirbhavatu me sada. So today, as we know, it is the second part of the fourth chapter. So it will be like प्रहेलिका संग्राह्य विषयाः सुभाषितं कथा वाङ्मय परिचयः व्यवहारः etc. So from today onwards I will reduce the content like giving everything meaning in English and all. So because going forward we need to reduce this and increase more of either first we will do like we'll reduce the English so that you try to understand its own. Then slowly we'll start having more Sanskritam in communication also and in examples and etc. also. But don't get worried, it will not affect your learning. It will happen very gradually, so you will appreciate also and you will not feel any change. So let's see what is the Prahelika for today. So it is Purushaha Kidrisho Vetti Prayena Sakalaha Kalaha मध्यवर्णद्वयं त्यक्त्वा ब्रूहि कः स्यात् सुरालयः. So let's see how we can expand it. So purushah कीदृशः वेत्ति प्रायेण सकलाः कलाः मध्यवर्णद्वयं त्यक्त्वा ब्रूहि कः स्यात् सुरालयः. So there is nothing much to expand here in this one. So let's see the meaning. Purusha is for mostly Purusha actually means male, but many places it is written for humans. So it is not specific to male in Bhavartha. Kidrisha means what type? Kidrisha. Vetti. Vetti is the verb to know. So like Veda is there, right? So Vetti knows. Prayena. Prayena is often. Sakalaha. Sakalaha means all in entirety. Kalaha. Kalaha means arts or art forms. So what type of person knows all kind of arts? So this is the first question kind of that. So now second part is giving hint. Madhya Varna Dvayam. So whatever that person is called, Purusha, whatever that Purusha is called, so it might be a long name. So in between, if you drop the middle two words, Madhya means middle, Varna means letters. Sorry, I said words. Dvayam, two. If you two letters you drop, Tyaktva. Tyaktva means after leaving. Tyaktva. Bruhi means tell. This is again verb. Kaha, what? Syat. Syat is a kind of mood. It means might be. It can be in Sambhavana, means might, or it can be used, it is used in mandate also, should also. So kah syat, syat means might. Suralayah, Suralayah means Sura means Devata. Actually, God is misnomer. So Devata. Alayah, Alayah means house. Like Rugnalayah, Vidyalayah, Karyalayah, like that. Suralayah, house of Suras, or yeah, Suras is the better word. So now you should understand the riddle completely, what actually it is asking. So it is asking, what kind of people are often expert in all kind of arts. So for hint, it is telling if you leave whatever that kind of person is, if you leave the middle two words, it will be the same. It will be a synonym for Suralaya. It's a abode for gods. So Suralaya, Suralaya name is, if you see, the common name is Swargaha, Devalayaha. So just think, there is one other name that is called as Nakaha. So actually it is hard to guess because that vocabulary is not strong. So Nakaha is the name of Suralaya. What is he's asking here? And whatever the riddle word is, that is Nagarikaha. So one person who is a civilian, you can say, a person living in a civilized society, mostly knows all kind of art forms. So if you drop, that is called as Nagarikaha. So if you drop the middle two words, gi, na, ga and ri. Ga and ri, if you drop, it will, the remaining thing, first and last letter is Naka. Naka is another name for Swargaha. So this is the Prahelika of the day. If anybody has any doubt, you can ask now itself. Otherwise, I will move. So next we come to Sangrahya Vishayaha. So today's topic is, or today's our god is Shivaha. So Haraha. So you know Hara means Shiva, Hari means Vishnu. So Haraha, Papani. Papam is one, Papa or sin. Again, English words are, they don't convey the full feeling. So better to learn these words only. So Haraha, Papam. So Papam becomes plural, so becomes Papani. Hartat Shivo Dattam Sada Shivam. Na janamiti no bruyat Sarvajna Padabhagayataha. So if we expand this one also, what will happen? Haraha Papani Haratat. Shivo will become Shivaha. Shivo will become Shivaha. This O came because of Sandhi. Actually, the word was still Shivaha. Dattam Sada Shivam. Na Janami Iti. So these two E becomes Dirgha E. So it becomes Janamiti. If you break, it will become Janami Iti. Naha Bruyat Sarvajna Padabhag Yataha. So meaning also, again, you don't have to, at this level, you have to give the some near meaning of the shloka. You don't need to give exact word by word meaning. But everybody, when you are reading, since if you see the way kids study, so they, whatever their ma'am or sir, they, whatever they tell, they accept as is. But when we grow up, we develop barriers. So questioning is good thing, but a few things unnecessary deviate you. So because the person who is most of the time who is teaching, he has a plan in mind. He is not just doing this way. So as of now, you try to understand words also and try to derive your own meaning after understanding the word. It may not be correct. If you are making present tense to past, it is fine. Initially at this, after 4, 5, 6 classes, if you are doing that much, it is good. So Haraha, Shiva, Papani, again many papas, Haratat. This is again a mood. This mood we will read in this book. So let Shiva takes away. Harati, if you have seen a word, Harati was to take away. So Haraha Papani Haratat. So let Shiva take away the papas. Shivaha Dattam Sada Shivam. Shivam means welfare, good. So Shivaha, he is a giver of good deed or welfare, you can say, or Shivam, actually Shivam Panthan. Okay. So anyway, Shivaha Dattam Sada Shivam. Na Janami. Janami is the verb. So this verb is Uttam Purusha Ekvachana. So it is telling Na Janami Iti. When you are saying Iti, it means somebody else is telling. So Na Janami Iti. I don't know. Janami will bring I also. So I don't know Iti like this. Nah. Nah means to us. Bruyat. Bruyat also is a verb. You can see like this. Haratat. Bruyat also is there. So bruyat means speak. Bru means speak. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat, satyam apriyam. Like that, this bruyat is from there. Sarvajna padabhag yataha. Yataha means there, because. So let's try to make a meaning out of this. Shiva, let our all the papas are taken away by Shiva, and let Shiva gives us good fortune. Or Shivam, I am not able to translate it fully again in English. Na janami, I don't know, like this, don't tell. So the person, the people are telling in prayer like, oh Shiva, don't tell like you don't know. You don't know me or my papa, because why? Sarvagnya padbhagayata, because you are Sarvagnya, you know everything. So since you know everything, then you take away my papas and give me some fortune or good luck or something. So, okay, this is mistake. This also is Shiva. So this is the second one. Asannaya Suduraya Guptaya Prakatatmane Sulabhaya Tidurgaya Namaschitraya Shambhave. So let's expand it. There is nothing much to expand. Asannaya Suduraya Guptaya Prakatatmane. So this is again there is a sandhi. Prakata Atmane becomes Prakatatmane. Sulabhaya Atidurgaya. Here Sulabhaya Atidurgaya Namaschitraya will become Namah Chitraya Shambhave. So let's see, everywhere where ya sound is coming, ya, it means when you are doing salutation, then the word to whom your salutations are going, that word has ya at the end. This all you will learn, I think, in 7th, 8th chapter. So you can see like this. We say Om Namah Shivaya, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. So everywhere ya comes. Shivaya Namaha, Ganeshaya Namaha. But so this is for Shivaha, Ganeshaha, Akarant words. If you see Vishnu, so you say Vishnave Namaha. So similarly, Shambhu will become Shambhave Namaha. So whenever you are doing Namaste, Namah to anyone, either they will have ya or they will become like this. So don't worry as of now. Just see like these are for those who is getting the salutation. So we will anyway study this and we'll study in detail, and it is very easy, you will understand there. Asannaya. Asanna means somebody, something which is near. So sometimes who is near, namaste to him. Suduraya, sometime who is very far, who seems like very far, namaste to him. Guptaya. Guptaya means hidden or not visible. So Guptaya, sometime who is not visible. Prakatatmane. Atmane means in self. Atmane in self. Prakata means visible. Sulabhaya. Sulabhaya means easily attainable to him. Ya is there. Ati Durgaya. So very hard to achieve. Ati Durgaya. Very tough to achieve. So like that is who? Shambhave. Like this is Shambhu. Shiva is like this. Namaha Chitraya. So Chitraya, again one kind of name it is given because of his maybe beauty. So Namaha Chitraya Shambhave. Like this. So let's move on. Now we'll see the Subhashitam. So, oh man, you can see I'm not getting time at all. So this also is older one. Anyway, this is the main thing. So this is correct. Sadayam hridayam yasya bhashitam satyabhushitam kayah parahite yasya kalistasya karoti kim. Let's see the expansion. So Sadayam, Sadayam, Daya is mercy. Sadaya means with mercy. Adaya means without mercy. Or Nirdaya. Nir again means without. So these prefixes again we will read in this course itself in very introductory manner. So Sa means Daya. So with Daya, Hridayam. Hridayam is heart. Yasya. Yasya means whose. So whose heart is filled with mercy. Bhashitam. So we know already Bhash is for speaking. Bhashitam means speech. Satyabhushitam. So and whose Vani or Bhasha Bhashitam is decorated with truth. Satya is truth. Bhushitam means decorated. Bhushana. Bhushana is made from that. Bhushitam. Kayah. Kayah is the body. Kayah parahite. Body is parahite in others. Para means other. Hite means for others' benefit. Yasya. Whose body is for others' benefit. Kalihi. Kalihi is Kalikala. Kali Yuga. Tasya. His, or you can say meaning wise him. Karoti. Karoti means does. Kim. What? So now for meaning, Sadayam Hridayam Yasya. So whose heart is filled with mercy, Bhashitam Satya Bhushitam, and whose speech or behavioral behavior is decorated with truth, Kaya Parahite Yasya, and whose body is for paropakara or helping other, Kalihitasya Karoti Kim. So Kali Yuga can't do anything to a person like this. So this is your Subhashita. So now we are coming to Katha, and today I wish to do it in some different manner. So I would request each one like one by one from our class to study one line and tell the meaning, so that little interaction, because now initial days I had planned to tell everything, then slowly I will involve you people so that you also get feeling and some, I think learning will be more. So let's start. So today I have marked only the verbs. So let's see who is going to start. Yes. Someone. Fast. We are losing time. I think Deepa Bhagini, you only start.
Okay.
One
A
sentence is enough. Yeah. One sentence you tell, give the details and tell the meaning. Nothing to be perfect. Just try. We are just participating. Yeah. Go ahead.
एकः वृद्धः आसीत्. There was an old man.
So once is not there. So
Okay.
here, what is the red thing?
Asit, past form of asti,
Asti. Asti means is. Asit means
was,
was. So eka is
one,
Once
vriddha
upon a
is
time.
vriddha is
old,
Senior person.
old what? Male or female?
old man,
Man. So because it is vriddha. If it is was female, then what it will be? Vriddha.
vridha,
Vriddha, not aha. Vriddha. Eka,
okay,
then for vriddha, it will the adjective will become eka. Vriddha asit. So what is the
yeah.
meaning of this?
There was an old man.
Yes. So there was a old person. So next one, I think you can ask your mother to take next one.
Yes.
Yes.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Namaste, namaste, Bhagini.
Samipe ekah.
No,
Just
saha.
sir, where it is? Where is it, sir? Ekavritas. Sah shudditah
Shuddhita.
abhavat. Na?
Abhavat. Yes.
Abhavat.
Yes.
Sah shudditha.
Kshudita. Ka and
Shuddit.
ksha. Ka and ksha. Half sound here. Kshudita.
Sah shuddita abhavat.
Abhavat. So what is the red thing?
Abhavat.
What is the red thing?
Oh, sir, right.
That is kriya. That is verb. So you can see
Verb.
I have written all the red things are verb.
Reds are in verbs.
Yes.
Verbs.
So what this it is starting it with and ending with ta. With this you know like this is a past tense verb.
Yes.
Right? Saha abhavat. He became. Right?
Abhavat.
What he became? Kshudhitaha. Kshudhita. Kshudha means hunger. Kshudhitaha means hungry. So he became hungry.
He became hungry.
Yeah. So next one.
Once upon a time, there was an old man and he became hungry.
Actually, once upon a time is not written in this.
No, once there was a man.
There was a old person, old man, and he became hungry.
Oh, yes. Yes, Guruji.
Yeah.
Guruji.
Yeah. It need not to be perfect in translating. Anyway, the translation is good when it conveys the feeling, not the word by word meaning. Word by word meaning is a very basic kind of translation.
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
Yeah. So next one, who is taking? Samipe. Yeah. Sri Sai.
Samipe ekah amra Sir, actually not see the words.
Just a second, I will remove that now.
Sir, Samipe ekah amra asit.
Yes. So tell the detail of sentences.
Yes, sir, I'll try.
Yeah, just try on.
Go to
So what is the verb?
Asit.
Asit. Asit means?
This was.
Was. So what is the present form of this? Asti. The thing is. Your voice is breaking somehow. I don't know, for me only or for everyone. So Samipe. Samipe means near. Samipe, near. Ekaha, one. Amra. Amra means mango. Vrikshaha. Vriksha is tree. Asit. So near one mango tree was there. So next, Kalyani Bhagini.
Namaste, Shriman.
Namaste, Kalyani Bhagini. Next one you read.
Vriksha bahani falani apyashat.
No, you are doing it fast. Slowly. Vriddha. No. Before that one. Before that sentence. Vriddha.
Amra vrikshasya.
Vrikshas.
Amra vrikshasya. Samipam.
Samipam. Agachat. Slowly, you read slowly. And you are doing good. Just read slowly, it will come. When you will read, then some sound
Vriddha.
will miss. Yeah.
वृद्धः
Yes.
अमरावृक्षस्य
Vrikshasya samipam
वृक्षस्य समीपम् अक्षात्
agachat.
आगच्छत्
Yes.
आगच्छत्.
Yeah. So verb is agachat. So present form of this verb was gachati. Gachati means going. Agachat means went. Where he went? Samipam. Near went. Near to whom? Kasya samipam?
Even Samipam means it's near.
Near. Yes. Yeah. So kasya samipam. So amra vrikshasya samipam. Whose near he went? Near to mango tree. Who went near? Vriddha. Kaha agachat? You can ask questions, small questions like this. Kaha agachat? Vriddha agachat. Kam agachat? Samipam agachat. Kasya samipam agachat? Amra vrikshasya samipam agachat. So meaning is old person went near mango.
Shriman, एक minute. Amra vrikshasya means what?
Amra means mango, vriksha means tree, sya means of.
Astu.
Yeah. So next, who is taking? Tilaka Bhagini, today your network, if it is okay. Jayanti Bhagini, okay. Yeah.
वृक्षे
Vrikshe.
बहूनि फलानि अक्षयत्.
Again,
अक्षयत्.
no. Apashyat.
अक्षयत्.
अक्षयत्. No. Let me pronounce once. Then you try. Apashyat. Apashyat.
अपश्यत्.
Yeah.
अपश्यत्.
So if you remove that a and ta, you will see pashya. Pashya means to see. Pashyati. Yeah. So yeah, try.
वृक्षे means tree. Bahuni means many.
Many. Very good.
Phalani means fruits.
Fruits. Yes.
It was past tense of seeing. That is saw.
Yes. Correct. Vrikshe is in the tree. Vrikshe is when a is there, it means in. Vrikshe, in the tree. Bahuni, many. Phalani, fruits. Apashyat, he saw many fruits in the tree. So next one, who is taking? Do it fast so that we can save some time also. Okay, back to Deepa Bhagini. Saha
achintayat.
Achintayat.
Aham vriddha.
Vriddha. Very nice.
Mama sharire nasti.
Shakti nasti. So let's understood this much. Saha means he. Achintayat. Again, if you remove
thought.
He thought. Chintayati means thinking. Achintayat means thought. Saha achintayat. He thought. Aham vriddha. And asmi also is here, but it is not written. It is hidden. Aham vriddha asmi. I am old person. Mama, mine, my, sharire, in the body, in my body, shaktihi. Shakti means energy or endurance. Na asti, not there. I am old, I don't have strength or energy in my body.
Asti.
Tilaka Bhagini?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell. I'm waiting for you.
Vrikshah unnatah asti.
Yes.
Tree.
Tree.
Unnatah is growing.
Unnatah means it is tall, already grown. Unnatah asti. Vrikshah unnatah asti. Tree is tall. Next, Shivam, you will.
Okay. Katham
Okay. Okay, I think everyone is tired now. I only will take them. So, katham upari gachha.
Sir, shall I say it?
Yeah. Please, please. Actually, you people read, then it is good. I don't want to read
Katham
now.
upari.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I will try my level best.
No, you try your level worst and we'll make it best. You start here.
Okay, sir. Katham upari gachami.
Mhm.
Skant. Fal.
Katham.
Fal. Prepnomin. Prepnomin.
Prapnomi. Prapnomi.
Prapnomin.
Huh.
Iti.
Iti. So, iti because like this. We are in inverted comma. So,
Vanara.
let me tell the meaning of this, then we'll take next one. Katham means how. Upari means above. Gachami means I go. How I can go up. So what is going in his mind? He saw the tree. He has seen so many fruits. Now he's thinking, if I had energy, I will go up on the tree. Either I will pluck the fruits there and eat, or I will shake the tree and they will come down, and then I will come down, collect and eat. So that is what he's saying. Katham upari gachami, how I should go up. Katham phalam prapnomi, and how I will get
Get the
the
fruit.
fruit. Iti means like this. Like this what? Because he started from here. Saha achintayat. He thought like this. Like what? Like, I am old person. I don't have any energy. This tree is very tall. How to go upside? How to get this fruit? Like this, he thought. Now next one. See who is taking.
Can I read?
Yeah, Deepavagni, you read.
Vrikshasya upari vanaraha asan, which
Sun.
means asan is the plural form of
Yes.
asti.
Asit.
Asi, yeah,
Uh,
asti,
it is all
yeah,
past tense. All are in past tense.
yes.
So mean
It means there were many monkeys on
yes.
top of the tree.
Yes. Vanara, many monkey. It is plural. Vrikshasya upari. On the top of tree, monkeys were there. You can say like this.
Yes.
Okay. Next.
Can I?
Vridha, I'll read.
Talking, sir.
Yeah, Jayanti Bhagini. I will take names. Rest everybody just please keep mute so that it is clear for others. Jayanti Bhagini.
वृद्धः एकम् उपायम् अकरोत्. That means Vriddaha old man, ekam one, upayam means one thought came to him, like that. Upayam.
So akarot. So you can again see karo in between.
Karo past tense. That is
So karoti is means karoti
did.
means doing. Akarot means did, like you said. So vriddha, that old person, ekam one, upayam one kind of trick or some kind of thought or some technique. Akarot, he did. What was that? We'll read next. Now Sri Sai.
Yes, sir. Pasana Andan Svikritya Shipat.
Very nice. You read very nicely. Saha pashan khandan svikritya akshipat. So pashana means stone, khanda means piece, and na is telling that is the object. So he took the pashan, svikritya. Svikritya means after receiving, after taking, or after accepting. So he collected or took some pebbles or small stones, akshipat, and ship means to throw. Kshipati means throwing. Akshipat means he throwed. So he took some pebbles, small like stones, and he threw them where? On the tree towards the monkeys. Next one. Who is taking?
Vanaraha.
Vanaraha. Not Vanarah. Vanaraha.
Vanaraha. Kupitaha.
Kupitaha.
Abhavan.
Abhavan. So, monkeys, kupita. Kupita means angry. So, it is a mild kind of anger, not krodha. Krodha is something which is more than kupita. So, kupitaha. Both you have to pronounce in such a way like it looks plural. So, if you say vanarah means one monkey, vanarah means monkeys. So, by this throwing of stones, monkeys became angry. Next. Kalyani Bhagini.
Te
Okay. Yeah.
Te phalani akshipan.
Te means
No, they.
te like English they. So te phalani is fruit.
Akshipan.
Akshipan. So they, because te is there, right? Te is plural, so matching is akshipan.
Yes.
They threw. What they threw? Phalani, fruits. Next,
Yes.
Kalyani Bhagini.
वृद्धः तानि
Vriddhaha.
फलानि
Vriddhaha.
स्वीकृत्य
You tell again. You tell again. Vriddha.
वृद्धः तानि फलानि
Phalani.
स्वीकृत्य
Wait. It is not phalani. It is phalani. You see your lips.
फलानि
Phalani. Phalani.
फलानि
Swikritya.
स्वीकृत्य संतोषेण
Santoshena. Shena.
आखादन्.
Okay. Akhadan. So, akhadat it should be. Why? Because Vriddha is eating and Vriddha is alone. So, it cannot be akhadan. Akhadan is plural. So, Vriddha akhadat. So, Vriddha, that old person, ate. What he ate? Tani phalani. Those fruits. Which fruits? Which those fruits? Whatever were thrown by monkeys. How he ate? Sikritya, after accepting, after collecting. What is this is the way of saying in Sanskrit. Santoshena means with satisfaction. With satisfaction. So this was the story. So with this story we can see, like if you want we can see some not if you want, let's see them. So if you see here, so let's go to this story. So now tell me the answers. Kaha kshuditaha abhavat? Who is telling? Kaha kshuditaha?
सः श्रुतितः अभवन्.
If I ask in English, who became angry? So you are sorry.
The old man became angry.
No, but you are telling he became hungry. So he will not give meaning until a context is there, right? Pronoun to use.
Okay, sir.
So you should say vriddha kshuditaha abhavat. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So vriddha vrikshe kani apashyat. Who is telling the answer?
Phalani.
Yes. Vriddha vrikshe phalani apashyat. Meaning also I think it should be clear. The old person saw fruits in the tree or on the tree. Saha kim achintayat. Who is telling? Jayanti Bhagini.
Saka kim achintayat.
What is the meaning of question? Yeah.
Chintayat, that is past thought.
Okay.
What he thought.
What he thought. Yes.
He thought that to throw stones.
No. He thought saha achintayat aham vriddha mama sharire shaktihi nasti.
Aham vriddha, I have no shakti.
Mama sharire shaktihi nasti. Vriksha
shakti nasti.
vriksha unnatah asti. katham upari gacchami, katham phalam prapnomi. Like this he thought, right? So, vanaraha kani akshipan. Who is telling this?
Akshipan fruits, palani.
Deepa. Yeah, let Deepa Bhagini tell. You two just recently took.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vanaraha phalani akshipan.
Vanaraha. What is the English? What is the English meaning of this fourth one question? Vanaraha.
Monkeys. Acha. What did the monkeys throw?
Yeah. So it is question itself is asking for plural kani, right? What are the things which monkeys threw, right?
Yes.
So they threw the fruits. So this way we have completed our story of the day. Again, still now you see in pronunciation means everybody is doing good, but if you record your story and share, then everyone will hear. I suppose everyone will hear. I will also hear. If anything is there, we can correct and we can make it further better. So it is not like anybody is done now. The doesn't have any scope of improvement. So let's see, today one Vangmaya Parichaya is there, which also I want to cover because it is something important and which everyone should know. So today in Vangmaya Parichaya, what we have is about Ramayanam. So Ramayanam is the story of or journey of Rama. So Ramasya Ayanam, Ramayanam, journey of Rama. So who is Rama? Everyone knows. So we will focus on the book only. So this book is supposed to be the first poetry, not only of Sanskritam, but of our human civilization itself. So that is why because it is called as Adi Kavyam. So Kavyam means you can say literature. Adi, mostly in Sanskrit literature, in other languages poetry. So Adi means first. Adi and opposite of this is Anta, last. So Adi Kavyam. So first poetry or first this kind of literature. Writer of this is called as Adi Kavi. So the first poet. So now a normal question everybody gets like Vedas are oldest, then why we are saying this is Adi Kavya. So this is called Adi Kavya because Vedas are apaurushaya. They are not written by humans. So this is the belief we follow in our whatever darshana we have, that Vedas are so rishis, whoever are given kind of some stanzas which are given to particular rishi. Those rishi were the seers. That is why they are called as seers. So Rishayaha mantra drashtaraha. So rishis were those who saw that mantra. They haven't written. So that is why we are not taking that in as part of Adi. So how this started? So our Valmiki was so earlier whatever story is everybody knows, he was a robber and then he somehow his heart got changed and he did a long penance and finally wherever he was sitting around him some structure Valmiki was formed. So Valmiki is the, I don't know the English what that particular insect is called. So because he came out of, after finishing his penance, he came out of that structure. So you can say he is born out of that structure. So like Dasharatha, Ram is born from Dasharatha. So Ram is called as Dasharathi. Similarly, he is born from Valmiki. So he started to be called as Valmiki. Like Kunti's sons are called as Kaunteya. Radha's son Karna is called as Radheya. So similarly, he is called Valmiki because he is born from Valmiki. So he used to live near Tamasa Nadi. So Tamasa Nadi, I think it flows in somewhere MP onwards. So one day he was going for Sandhya Vandana to Tamasa river, and then at two birds were there who were making love, and one Nishada means hunter. One hunter came and he, whatever arrow or whatever method he used, and he killed one of them. So the moment he saw one of them killed, and other one started behaving like means it was a big loss for her. So she started behaving in grief of the other word, and that same grief came into Valmiki's mind also, and without any effort, one shloka came out of his mouth. So that is this shloka. Ma nishad pratishtham tvamagamaha shashwati samah yat krauncha mithunadekam avadhi kama mohitam. So ma means no, nishad means hunter, pratishtham means whatever pratishtha or social stature. Tvam agamaha, you never get, shashwati, forever. Yat, because, craunch is the bird, mithunat, they making love, ekam means one of them, vadhi, killed, kama mohitam. So she was that they were in love and you killed one, and because of that he became sad and karuna came into his like thought, and this kind of poetry came out of his mouth. So because of karuna, because of shoka, grief, this kind of thing came. So that is why this kind of thing is called as shloka. So from shoka, shloka is there. So everything in Sanskrit is not a shloka. So if you see in Rig Veda, if something is something you are reading, then you will not say that I am reading Rig Veda shloka. You will say I am reading a Rik. So that stanza in Rig Veda, they are called as Riks. From that Rik only, Rik and Veda, when they join, that Ka becomes Ga and it becomes Rig Veda. So similarly, like in other places also, so shloka is, now people use it general term, but shloka is from shoka. So shokah shlokatvam agataha. So when this thing like this shloka or this whatever his rachana was there was heard, then Brahma comes in front of him and he asks him to create Ramayanam. So he was in the time of Lord Rama itself, so, but he has Adivya Drishti, so he can see further also. So what book he has created or what compilation he has created, that is called as Ramayanam. So that is having 24,000 these shlokas. So 24. So that is why sometime Ramayanam is also called as Chaturvimsha Sahasri Samhita, like that, like 24,000 shlokas book. So if I don't remember exactly, but like in Gayatri Mantra, 24 letters are there. So every 1,000 shloka begins from one letter of Gayatri Mantra in Ramayanam. So this book is divided into 7 chapters. So each chapter is called as Kanda. So many are called as Kandaha. So Sapta Kandaha, 7 chapters. Kanda means chapter. So they are named as Bala Kanda. Bala means boy or kid. So kid time, Ayodhya Kandaha, time in Ayodhya. Aranya Kandaha, time in forest. Aranya is Dandakaranya. Kishkindha is our Karnataka, Hampi. So when he met Sugriva and Hanuman, so that is that Kanda. Then Sundara Kanda because this is where Hanuman, Sita, Raman, everybody is. That is the Sundara, as name is there, it is really Sundara everywhere. Then is the Yuddha Kanda. Yuddha Kanda is where fighting happens, and Uttara Kanda is where everything finally concludes. So this is, so if you see, if any one of you are reading, or if you read any of either our local like regional languages including Awadhi, so you know, like in Awadhi, the Tulsidas has written the Awadhi Ramayanam, that is named as Ramacharitmanas. So similarly, Adhyatma Ramayana, Kamban Ramayana, Tamil, and every so many Ramayana, every state, every language has its own Ramayana. So you can see how much effect this has created on Indian literature. And this all is happening when? So most conservative timeline is around I think 400 to 500 BC before Christ. Means from now it is around means you can see 3000 around 3000 year before. So now when this thing was done, so what I was telling here, if you have any time read, and if you concentrate and read, or if you enjoy reading, then as many time you read, you will never feel bored. That is what I felt. So I have verified with others also, similar way they feel. So after writing this, Brahma has given this kind of boon to this Ramayana Katha. So you can see Yavat. Yavat means till time. Sthasyanti. There will be Girayaha, mountains. So till the time mountains will be there. Saritah cha, and rivers also. Mahitale, on this earth. So till the time mountain and rivers will be on the this earth, tavat, till that time Ramayana Katha, Ramayana story, lokeshu, in the world, prachilishyati, it will be popular, or it will be read. So that is what the Brahma Vachan is there for, this Katha. And how, like you everyone knows, we all know, because we are Indian, it is in our DNA and blood. But for others, there is one example in your book. So what kind of nice teaching it gives? Yanti Nyaya Pravrittasya. Yanti means going. Nyaya means justice. Pravrittasya means whoever is following or indulge in justice. Tiryanchaha. Tiryanchah means lesser beings like animals, snake, birds. Tiryancha api. Tiryancha also sahayatam. Tiryancha also will help. If you are on the justice path, then even the lesser beings of this nature will also help you. Apanthanam. And if you are on the wrong path, tu gachantam. Who is going on the wrong path? Sodaro. Sodaro means sa udar, means same womb, same stomach. People born from same mother. Api also vimunchati, will leave you. So one side it is telling about Rama, other side it is telling about Ravana. So when Rama was going, you can see from Jatayu, Sampati, monkey, whatever you consider the monkey or not, everybody helped him, and he accepted help. Even in making Ram Setu, he took the squirrel and all, everyone helped. So, but on the other side, the real brother of Ravana left him because he was not on the right path. So this much was there in this one. Next we'll come to Vyavahara. So we have something. So let's do it from the book only, because it's a simple Vyavahara. So I thought like you already know, we'll just go through once. So Balakah Asti. Asti is, and Santi is are. So Balakah Asti, Balakah Santi. Vanarah Asti, Vanarah Santi. Similarly, for past we can say Balakah Asit, Balakah Asan. Right? So Asti means is, Santi means are. Today we are learning one other question, interrogative word starting from Ka, that is called as Kati. Kati means how many. So you can ask on any sentence like Kati. So but the catch is, whenever you will use Kati, you will have to use Santi only, plural only. So that, because reply will come in mostly singular or plural. So I can say, like here you can see, Nagare, in the city. Dasha. Dasha means 10. Then Devalayah. Devalayah means temples. Santi. So in the city, 10 temples are there. Now you can ask the question, Nagare kati devalayah santi. How many temples are there in the city? So who will read this one and ask the question for next one? Anyone?
Can I try?
Yeah, Deepak.
Nagare dasha
Not Nagare.
devalayah.
This one, next one.
Acha. Tatra vinshatihi kadali phalani santi.
What is the meaning for this?
There are 27 bananas.
Not 27. Sub 27 is Sapta Vimshati.
Sorry, 20.
20. So tatra means there. Atra means here. Kutra means where. Ekatra means one place. Sarvatra means every place. So that all is matching. There kadali phalani santi. Bananas are there. How many? Vimshati. So how you will use kati here now?
Tatra kati kadali phalani santi.
Yeah. Very nice. Yes. Who is next?
विद्यालये शतं छात्राः सन्ति.
Chhatraha. It is Mahaprana. So cha is Alpa Prana. Cha is Mahaprana. So you need to breathe out more.
Okay.
So Vidyalaye, in the school, Shatam, 100, Chhatraha, Chhatra is students, Santi are there. Now how you will add Kati in this? How will make it interrogative?
Kati छात्राः विद्यालये सन्ति.
Yes, so it's a free flow language. You can put Kati anywhere you want. Vidyalaye Kati Chhatraha Santi or Kati Chhatraha Vidyalaye Santi also is fine. So we'll see. Okay, we'll come to Abhyasa. So Sri Sai.
Yes, sir.
Read first one and make it interrogative.
Okay, sir. चत्वारः वेदाः सन्ति.
Yes.
कति वेदाः सन्ति?
Very nice. Chatvara means 4. It is the masculine form. Chatvaraha vedaha santi. So you made it kati vedaha santi. How many Vedas are there? So even though one also is there, then also you will say the kati only. Because we saw, we always use kati in plural. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next one, who is taking?
Sir, may I do it?
Yes, Kalyani. Sri Ramulu Mahodaya is there. I will ask you later, sir. Today I didn't ask you anything. Yes, Kalyani.
Gayaka dasha geetani gayati. How many? 10 members sung.
No, wait. So gayati, it is verb, right?
Yes, sir.
Which verb? How many are there in this verb? It is singular or plural?
10. Plural, sir. 10.
No. This verb is singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular.
Then it cannot be 10, right? So gayaka, one singer, gayati, sings. What he sings?
Okay,
how many he sings? He sings 10 songs. Dasha Geetani.
Okay, sir.
10 songs. One singer is singing. So now make it.
Okay, sir.
Make it interrogative.
Gayaka dasha.
Gayaka kati geetani gayati. How many songs Gayaka is singing?
Gayaka dasha geetani gayati.
So in answer you will say Gayaka dasha geetani gayati. So now third one, our Sri Ramulu Garu.
Sir, Vimshatihi balakaha apatan.
What is the English meaning?
Vimshati means 20, sir.
20.
30
20,
balakaha
20.
studying.
No. patati. Patati means falling. Then apatan means fell. It is plural. Balakaha apatan. So boys fell. How many boys? Vimshatihi, 20. So how to make a
20.
question? How you will add kati here? Kati balakaha apatan. Like this. So okay, it's 9 o'clock. So we are done. Now any question is there of today's class? Please ask.